I welcome you all to Digirati Talk Show, a show that is meant to inspire, motivate, and also sensitize people and to very developmental projects. Today we have the CEO of Famitech company, a company that builds systems that help in solving day-to-day problems, deals in web hosting and web designing, networking, also provides IT support. I have the CEO Famitech company, Niwaha Brian, also a software developer, who is going to talk more about the company. You're welcome.
Thank you, Grace.
So why did you think about starting up Famitech company?
Thank you very much. I'm Niwaha Barnabas, the CEO of Famitech Solutions. Famitech is an IT company here in Uganda that focuses on developing home-developed systems. You don't need to first go and get support from India, yet we have home-developed systems.
Okay.
Famitech started in 2016, that came to rise in late 2017 with the common system that took us on the market called CSMS. CSMS is a customizable school management system, a package that manages the entire school. That's what took us into the market and enlightened us on what the community really wants.
Okay.
So that was like an introduction to the market. Along the way, we came on and developed more of the products. But as we had thought as Famitech, we needed to have a product that would solve day-to-day problems of the community, solve the challenge that the local person at the grassroots level is really facing. That's why, in efforts to do that, we had to come up with live market.
Okay, so back to the reason as to why Famitech company started the CSMS customizable system. Why did you develop this system?
Getting out of campus with a dream was one of the toughest things we ever encountered.
Okay.
You want to develop and groom your own dream, but you don't have enough capital. So we needed something that would quickly get us some income as we reach out to the market and develop more systems. So developing CSMS was like laying a platform where we would generate some income to keep the company alive.
Okay. So did you have any kind of help when you were developing the system?
We did enter the market with our own financial support. The first product that we sold was the one that generated for us the income that we survived on subsequent months. So CSMS was just as a platform to help us generate some income to put up the company,
okay,
which it did so well, and we got that zeal that we fell in love with the product because it has done wonders for us and it has solved very many challenges in communities.
Okay, so how does the system work?
The system is a package that manages the entire journey of a student from right when he thinks about joining any institution or school, manages him or her on the entire journey during either the 6 years in a secondary school or the 3-2, depending on your length of course. So it manages the entire course and keeps the record even when you've left the institution or school. So CSMS has everything to do with the beginning when you choose a career. Maybe I'm going for senior one, what will I do in biology? So we do first show you what you can do.
Okay.
Then later we help you apply online. You apply to your institution of desire via the system. The system now admits you, so you enroll for a course. You meet your lecturers in the system, do your courses in the system. Then later, when you finish doing the courses, lecturers will upload the marks. Your results are broadcasted in the system. Even your parents can obtain the results via the system. then you can graduate later and keep still following up your records in the system. So we manage the entire journey of a student from right when he thinks about joining any institution up to when he even leaves it.
Okay, so this system keeps on working even when you join different institutions.
Yes, we have data sharing, data reconciliation. We reconcile data between institutions. If you join an institution that is using our system
Okay.
from a secondary school that previously had our system, we automatically reconcile the data so your journey continues. You don't have to stop.
Okay. So back to the beginning, as you have told us, you began the company after campus, right?
Yes, please.
So how did you find it in while going legal, doing the company, all the registrations? How was the process?
Everything just always needs finance.
Okay.
And as we had laid the strategies that we would sell our first product and obtain money to handle the legal issues, everything that needed finance was covered using the money that was obtained from selling our from our first sales as the company.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how we managed to do the legal things. We did them step by step.
So which one was your first step?
The first step was generating money to get some survival
And then after
meals.
generating
Then
money?
later we had to go for registration of the company.
Okay.
Then as the system was being tested in a school somewhere in Chojera, we continued working hard and hard. After registration, the company was on, we obtained a tin number, we tried to diversify and develop more systems
Okay.
over time.
How long did it take you to register the company?
It was not long because we did find someone who did the entire process.
Okay.
So it was as quick as possible. You know, with money, everything is possible.
Yes. So after this product, the CMS, after the product, which other products did you work on?
So along the way, we had a list of 18 projects. As we started Famitech, we called everyone who was willing to take on technology in the region and said we wanted to start a company. So we had our first meeting and tried to generate ideas of problems we thought they were affecting the community. So we had a list of 18 ideas.
Okay.
So we categorized them, giving them priority, which one should come first, which one is most pressing, looking also into our finances. We needed money, we had just left campus, so we needed to get some money. So we were trying to categorize basing on how fast will the idea generate money and how pressing is it in the community. So that's why we had to first take on CSMS, then later we picked on subsequent projects.
Okay. What?
We developed the hospital management system.
Okay. So
That
how
is,
does the hospital management system work?
the hospital management system is a package, manages the entire process of the patient in the hospital, managing patient data at the hospital level, and most importantly, submitting these monthly, daily, and quarterly annual reports to the Ministry of Government, to the Ministry
Okay,
of
so
Health.
I am looking at the system. How does the system help me? Let's take an example. I am a patient and I have gone to the hospital. How does the system help me? Will it bail out a check, or if they come and take an injection of me, will it keep monitoring that? How does it work?
Well, one, we save the patient from the burden of having to remember everything, like carrying your patient records. All you need to do is come and register. It handles the patient flow.
Okay.
When the patient reports in the hospital, he or she is asked the biodata is entered into the system, and when the data is entered, it is sent automatically to the next, where depending on which department he's heading, the system automatically sends the data, then the patient is called in that specific department. When they are going for the lab tests, for example, the lab technician automatically obtains the data, then the whole patient flow. When you are admitted, the patient information, we keep getting the patient's information,
Okay.
like patient notes, clinical notes, the patient visits, everything, the whole entire process of you visiting the hospital. So we had to sophisticate that, and at the end of the month, the head of department has to get the reports of how many patients have we handled on a certain day, how many patients were having a certain case, and all that stuff is automatically handled. Most importantly, there are these reports that the ministry requires from every hospital every week and every month. So we generate that report automatically using the patient data.
Okay, so let's switch to the live market that you were talking about. How does the live market work?
Live market is a place where buyers meet sellers.
Okay.
As you hear the name live market. So initially, I wanted to buy a commodity on a certain platform around. So I went and searched, found that product. But when I saw the image, made an order, they delivered the image. They delivered the product. So when they delivered the product, I realized what I was thinking that was coming was not actually what they brought.
Okay.
They advertised something very fancy, but on delivery, I was seeing something very minute, very small.
Okay.
So an idea came into my mind. We need a place where someone can go in the market virtually without your presence, but you first turn the item, someone notices how good the product is before you even deliver.
Okay.
So that's the whole idea of live market. You have to see the product, have that physical touch that you're touching the product. So to avoid those issues of delivering items that are not exactly what the client needs. So we offered you a video, a live touch video showing you how the product is. Every seller in our application on the platform has to turn on his video, his or her video when he's selling, such that the buyer has to get that feel that this is what they are going to deliver. Okay. Then the cyclist will pick the item and deliver it to the destination. When someone makes an order, the seller receives the order, a notification that someone needs that item. Then in that area, cyclists registered in the applications who are next to that seller are sent notifications depending on who doesn't have work. So we prioritize. We have algorithms to prioritize. Okay. And know who should we send the notification first and who is not busy. So then when the seller sees the item, when the seller sees the order, he has to confirm whether he has the items. So he will turn on, if the buyer wants to see the item, you turn on your video, then you will see a video call, and then you point the camera to the items and turn. You turn your items, show the buyer what he's going to really buy. Then when the buyer confirms what he's going to buy, what he wants to order, then you deliver it. The cyclist will get to your point because he was already notified that they are buying from where? From you as a seller. So he will deliver the item to the buyer.
How can someone access this live market?
Live market is on Google Play. We have different media platforms where we are trying to push it out to have that everyone at least enjoy such a service.
Okay. Aside from the live market, some other products that you are dealing with?
Yeah, definitely there are a couple. Okay. I can just list a bit. We have a property search. We have My Village. I think that would be interesting.
So how does the My Village work?
My Village is one that helps you to connect with your people at home, and it helps institutions and people who do data collections to know which area has how many people. So it's like a population census app.
Okay.
For data collection.
Okay. Other products?
Other products, we have a Mafuta, which is a petrol station management system to manage all the activities on the petrol station. So it produces out reports, the staff daily balancing. There's that sheet that people normally fear, the big sheet. Okay. So We do generate that sheet automatically, and the different reports for different management levels.
How can the Mafuta app help me as an individual?
As an individual, one, when you're stuck somewhere, you can visit Mafuta app and know where you would obtain the nearest mechanic,
Okay.
where can you get the nearest petrol station, at what price is
The liter of
petrol,
petrol.
and all that stuff. So as an individual, you would definitely need to have Mafuta app. Just imagine you're traveling to Tungamo and you don't have Mafuta and you're stuck from somewhere. You'd need to call a mechanic.
Yes.
So with Mafuta, it is very easy. You just log on to this application and find who is next to you.
So the Mafuta app is also on Google Play Store.
Mafuta is almost on Google Play.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about the other products that Famitech company has produced.
We have a couple of them, a couple of mobile applications, a couple of web systems to help local users. But most importantly, we can talk about the new campaign of taking technology to the deepest communities in Africa. So we have that campaign of helping out communities that haven't seen technology. You realize that most of the users of the internet or people that utilize the internet are just town-based.
Yes.
So viewing that challenge, we realized that we need to find that campaign of taking technology to the deepest communities in Africa. We have started with the Batwa.
Okay, so how are you doing this?
We are doing this through a career guidance program. We have a career guidance platform online. You can check it out on Live Market,
Okay.
on Famitech Solutions. The career guidance helps the student to understand what he can do after campus, after a certain level of education, whether it's primary, after primary, the different opportunities that are available. So we reach out to those people, students and pupils, telling them what they can do, how they can access the application, and how they can find the different careers, and how they can get on the internet and know how to use given products.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So I wanted to ask you about the Mafuta app again. On the Mafuta app, does it register as petrol station as a whole, or it only registers individual petrol stations?
One, Mafuta petrol station system manages multiple stations. You can manage a single or you can manage 100. Then Mafuta app bases on that data, and those who want to register their petrol stations individually.
Okay.
But in case you have 10 of them that are already using Mafuta petrol system, they are already available for the users.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So dealing with all these products that the Famitech company is dealing in, what is the mission? What is the main aim as you are doing all this? Why are you developing this system and then that one? What is the main target behind it?
Good. We want to help communities using ICT to solve day-to-day community challenges using ICT. We want to see innovation at its limits. As Africans, we don't have to hear of Facebook without having our own Facebook grown applications here in the Power of Africa. We are very blessed that we are born in the Power of Africa. So we need to utilize that chance and tell communities that as Ugandans, as students from around, as citizens in the Power of Africa, we have a lot we can do.
Okay. So you didn't tell us where the Famitech company offices are. Where are the offices where people can get to you?
Famitech is located at Ikla House, Ntale Road, Victor Buana Street, in room G9.
Room G9.
Yes, please.
Those are the main offices.
That's where we have our main office. At the moment, we have one. For preceding offices and branches, we shall be updating the community.
Okay. Okay, that is part of Famitech company. Let us go for a short break. We'll be right back with more to learn about the Famitech company. Welcome back from that short break. Still in studio, we still have the CEO of Famitech company. Before the break, he was telling us about the products that Famitech company has, and right now we are going to look at very different issues. So my first question is, where where do you see Famitech company in the next 5-10 years to come?
Thank you. As a company, usually you have goals.
Exactly.
We have both short-term and long-term goals.
Okay.
But to summarize most of the things, Famitech is pushing these community projects to ensure that they are utilized by most of the population of Uganda
Okay.
or even abroad. So in efforts to push that, we are looking at expanding market, expanding the usability base, and having very many more subscribers for our applications.
Okay, so where there are goals, there are strategies of how to achieve what you want to achieve.
Yes.
What are some of the strategies that you have laid on ground so that you can achieve the marketing base, so that you can increase the usability of your products?
Definitely, this is the first one. Digirati being the platform where you can reach out to the community and people who are technology enthusiastic.
Okay.
So this is the first one. I'm glad you gave us a platform.
It's okay.
Then we have other like strategies, reaching more people on media. We have a 10-point program in the company.
The what?
A 10-point program.
10-point program.
Yeah.
How does the
For the
10-point
10
program work?
for the 10 systems we have, so each one of them has to generate 10 customers per day.
Each system has to generate 10 customers per day. Okay.
Yes.
With the strategies, with the time that the company has been working, what are some of those things that you look at and say this is an achievement to us, looking at where we began from and where we are, this is what we have achieved. What are some of your achievements?
One, products themselves are achievements.
Yes.
And then the customer base that we currently have is also an achievement. For example, we have 23 users, schools that are using the CSMS.
Okay, that's
which,
a good number.
Yeah, which to me is something that we have achieved over the almost 3 years now.
Okay.
Then the number of downloads, for example, for the application, and people who are doing the shopping at the moment before we even do an official launch. It is something that is inspiring. We haven't done the official launch,
but you have users already.
We have users already, which is something that inspires us.
That is good.
Then, given that we started with our own capital and we are still pushing up to now, surviving even the COVID session,
Okay.
that is something that we feel thankful about. Thank God for that.
Okay.
We just keep pushing.
Okay, so I look at the Famitech company, the growth being gradual, because by the time you started and then you are producing all these products, should I say what is the secret behind all these products? Should I say you have a good team? Should I say the cooperation is good? What is the secret behind these products?
Okay, that's a good question. One, the team matters. The team that you're working with in every product always matters.
Okay.
So when you develop a good team, things move on smoothly.
Okay.
So what matters most is the team.
The team.
Yeah, when you have a good team and groom your own team, And remember we always have this at the back of our minds, that you're the team leader. So you don't expect your employee to work harder than you do.
So you have to be an example.
Good. You have to always be there
For
as an
them.
example.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
How have you managed to deal with everything that you have dealt with, to have an organized team, to get to where you are? Basically, how have you managed to do that?
You pay attention to details. You don't leave anything behind. As an entrepreneur, you have to pay attention to every detail. The way you enroll people, the way you groom, the way you build that company culture, it all has to matter.
Okay.
So basically, paying attention to every detail and making sure that you're grooming the right things in your fellow employees.
Okay. So what are some of the challenges that you have faced?
Definitely, as any ICT company, everyone wants to have the maximum number of users. So Uganda being a developing country, people don't pick up technology as fast
Anything
as
else?
yes, as those developed countries.
Okay, so what is the future of IT? As software developer and IT expert, what is the future of IT?
Narrowing it down to the developing countries, ICT has just started.
Okay, for someone who wants to start up a company, for someone who wants to start up their own legacy, what kind of advice would you give to that person?
Well, one, I will tell people out there who want to start their own, who want to work on their own motives, that entrepreneurs don't need to be motivated. You motivate yourself.
Okay.
Just push on with that burning desire and work on it. Don't wait for people to approve you. Though, when someone advises, don't just trash it out.
Listen.
Listen and think about why. Though you might not give it, it might not become something to stop you, but just ask yourself why. Why did he tell me this?
Yes.
So just answer the questions of why, and you will go wherever you want to go.
Okay.
But ICT is a very interesting field.
So, do you have any other kind of product you want to advertise?
I would just emphasize that people should enroll on live market. People should do their selling on live market, and buyers should go for the best deals on live market.
So, how can people get to Famitech company?
Thank you. You can find us on our website, famitechsolutions.com or www.famitechsolutions.com.
It was a pleasure hosting you here.
Thank you.
Thank you for making it. That was it about Famitech company, a startup company that started in 2017, but the fruits are already yielding. Okay, get in contact with the products, and then I urge everyone, if you are out there, you want to start up something, just go ahead and start. The end shall justify the means. I was Ashabahewa Erina, had the CEO of Famitech company, Nwaha Barnabas. He's also a software developer. Thank you for watching. God bless you.